Hello the internet! It is Saturday the 27th of June 2020 or 2020 depending on how you like to say it. Today I will be live for 109 minutes. 109 minutes on the streamski, and that does make next week, if you were doing the math, 110 minutes, which makes it a 10th stream. Which also means next week we're opening up the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Taster Hickory Smoked Edition. Something I'm extremely excited for. I've never had a Tennessee Taster before. Very difficult to get in this country. Very expensive in this country. These retail for about 39, maybe just over 40 US dollars at the distillery. It's a 375ml hip flask, right? They retail for about 39 to maybe you might be pushing $42 in Tennessee. In Australia, $220 a bottle. So I've never had one, and we're having that next week on the stream, which will be the 110th stream and consequently 110 minutes. However, there is something to be said about that as well. On Wednesday, the month of July kicks into gear. July 1 is on Wednesday, and so DLive 2020 edition, I'm going to be live every day here on the Gives a Minute YouTube. I almost said DLive. On the Gives a Minute YouTube stream, I will be live daily for the month of July as part of DLive. Now, we know what DLive is. It's an idea born from Danny Black, yet not adapted by Danny Black. He did 1 year of it and he didn't come back and do it again. So I love the concept, and I'm going to be doing daily here and daily DLive. So you'll be getting a double dose of the Gives a Minute content on the live stream. To that notion as well, I've got a bunch of things that are going to be in place, but it might take a little while for it to filter through. For instance, I really want to do some interviews. I've bought myself a Mac Mini, and I've bought a few other tech things, an ATEM Mini, and also a television display for a panel, blah, blah, blah. But I haven't set that stuff up yet. I haven't received it yet. So it's going to be, there'll be a little crossover where, you know, maybe not July 1, but maybe July 10 will be ready for interviews. But that's okay, because between then and now, we're going to be having fun, right? We can still do Discord voice chats. By the way, on today's stream, if you've got any points that you want to add about the content, the stream title, for sure, we'll have a Discord call in for that. But I'm just stoked because that means I get to open that earlier. That would normally be 7 days from now, and now it's only 4 days, Wednesday. So I'm pretty pumped for that, pretty pumped for July. But also, I want to tell you, I'm going to get to the chat too. I wasn't live yesterday. I took a day off. And the reason I took the day off was to drive Stevan back up to Sydney so that James, my sister's partner, could work with me on a couple of things. You know, we've had this constant battery drain in Stevan. By the way, I'm very nervous here again. It's baffling. But anyway, I'm a little shaky. It's you know what it is? It's the morning thing. I think it's the streaming in the morning. Although I've done morning streams on DLive too. I don't know. Yeah, so I had to take... So I took my car in for registration. When you have an old vehicle in Australia, you got to get it registered every year. It's got to go what they call over the pits, or it's got to go to a mechanic. Actually, over the pits is a WA saying, I think. A mechanic's got to look at it and give it the sign of approval, right? The tick of approval. Now, to get to that tick, the mechanic could say, oh, dude, this is a 24-year-old vehicle. You got to fix this, this, and this. Well, this year, the mechanic said, you got to put new front shock absorbers on. Like, oh, really? I mean, I know it's a rough ride.
Money's too tight for steak.
Who did that?
Steak?
TKK!
Looking forward to the stream.
Hey, TKK, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. Much appreciated. Steak? Money's too tight for steak. Looking forward to the stream. Thank you, buddy. I will get to the chat, but good to see you, Shire boy. Did you know TKK 1990 who I first met on DLive, comes from the Shire, where I come from, up in Sydney. Anyway, and I'll get to the chat. I just want to deliver this opening monologue and then we'll move into the chat. So, yeah, Steve Ann's always had a rough ride. Like, you'll be driving and you hit the smallest difference in the ground, and the thing, not only did it bounce, but it made a almighty, like a, it felt like the tires were full of like a thick material, and it was like a bang, 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 right? That's kind of like an impact, not just a lifting, but more of a bang into it. Anyway, so I knew that there was something dubious going on. It's probably the weight of the front bull bar that's been aftermarket, maybe, and we've got a spare battery in the passenger seat area, so it's got more front weight. But he took a drive and he said, dude, you need new shocks on the front badly, and I'm not passing this until you put them on. So I went ahead and bought some pretty good ones. Ranch, they were called. Ranch something. And I was going to put them on down here. But then James said, James came down here with my sister, and he said, he said, I reckon your battery drain is coming from the changeover, because the previous owner changed some of the light fittings to LED panels, and he reckons that somewhere in that changeover something messed up and there's a constant drain, because we worked out that the drain's coming from the radio circuit, which also powers the interior lights. So we knew we could sort it out. And by the way, if you're watching this wondering why is he not talking about DLive and Mixer, we will get to that. This stream's going to be 1 hour, 109 minutes long, so we got time. I like to just cruise into these. If you're watching the rerun and you want to see the Mixer stuff, switch forward or skip forward to about the half an hour in mark, because I like to take my time here. This is a live stream. I got the givers here I want to talk to, I want to say hello, and this is what's been going down in the previous week. Might not suit everybody, but I'm just giving you the heads up. Half an hour in is usually when we start talking about the subject, after the first break. And so, yeah, James was pretty confident that we could fix it. So I drove up to Sydney and got up at 4 o'clock in the morning so I could be at the office in Seven Hills, which is out west. I had to be there at like 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. And I got there in time. Bit of a bitch driving through all that traffic though. We don't get any traffic down here really. And then all of a sudden I'm in, like suburban, outer suburbs of Sydney metropolitan area on a Friday morning, and there was just people everywhere. I was like, what? Get out of my way. What, you're driving as well? I don't see anybody else driving down Culborough Beach. Who are you? What do you got a car for? Go, what? Stop. Ah! It's crazy. I love it down here. It's a lot of like a little bit of a small country town. Anyway, yeah, I put the shocks on. Like, I've still got mechanic hands, right? I got all flaky skin, and last night I was digging out stuff under my nails I didn't even know existed. But I put the shocks on, and then James and I went about working on the draining battery, and we think we found it. We think we fixed it. In fact, we're only getting a 0.02 amp drain now. I'm going to check it again after this stream, but when we finished up yesterday, we put the multimeter on that circuit, 0.02 amps, whereas it used to be 200 amp drain, which was killing it, right? 20 amp, not 200, 20. Yeah, 20. It would die within 4 days, that battery. So now we did the math, and we've got about 280 days till that battery drains if I don't use it at all. And that's, of course, given everything else works. There was one other thing we think may be contributing to it. The driver's side door indicator, the door switch for the interior light. So when you close your door, interior light goes off. When you open it, interior light comes on. That's a little faulty. That's a little jiggly, a little bit weird, right? Not working correctly. And James is saying it's possible when you shut your door, it says the light's gone off, but it might not have, because that connection, but then again, you'd see the light. We think that may be an issue. We couldn't resolve that one, but we did. So James I took the PCB out from the roof of the car, and James took the whole thing apart and checked every transistor and all the resistors and shit, and he said, yeah, that was faulty. So he fixed it. So that's pretty cool. That's why I couldn't stream yesterday, because that took all day. I did a daily vlog on the way back, which you'll see tonight, but I couldn't get to the live stream, and it kind of killed me. If I'm not lying, it killed me, right? I was looking at DLive when I was working, and I was like, I want to be live. I miss my live. But there'll be times. Now, let me go up to the top of the chat because that was my news. That's why I couldn't stream, and that was the news about DLive. I began the chat this morning with hello the internet. Benny said good morning. We had a good morning. How's your morning? Benny's good. He's got to work today, but he'll be for the start. That's cool. I understand. Went and got coffee. I went and checked the surf. Did a couple of quick YouTube stories on the surf. The swell is massive out there right now, and looking clean too. The Northern Point, shit. I got a lot of stuff to do before DLive. I don't want to blow it. Yeah. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm probably not going to go for a surf today, but it looks good. And also, I feel like the longer I leave this, the better, right? I probably should go to the doctor. There you go. Check the surf. Benny Crawford firing. What's the tide like after the stream? The tide after the stream? Good question. I didn't actually check the tide. I've got to check that on the app. Sorry, dude, I didn't check it. That can be important. Yeah, true. Mindy in the house. G'day, Mindy. Hello, Mindy. And by the way, Benny, that cheers is for you, my friend. And Mindy, this cheers is for you. There you go. I'll see you all in 10. So that's when I got out. Went into hair and makeup here. Tim's in the house. G'day, Timski. I'm very well. Work is back and very busy. Tim's asking what Benny does. Super happy about this. At a time when many businesses in our country are struggling, we are busy holding the country up. He shapes surfboards. Yeah, Benny's a surfboard shaper, which is a pretty unique craft, and a craft that would only be I was gonna say possible, that's not the right word. A craft that would certainly be more feasible up in Queensland, where there's a heap of surfers, right, where the weather's always good and there's always good swell. That's why he's up in Queensland. Australians love surfboards. There you go. It is a staple, what did he say? Australians love surfboards. It's a staple for us, like milk and bread. Wow, milk and bread and surfing? I mean, that could be a great website name. Milk and bread and surfing. Got milk, got bread, got surf. That's actually pretty cool. I'm sure someone's done it already. And Tim adds, and pies and VB. VB? VB? The beer? Well, hold on a second. VB. You think that's a staple for Australia? Wow. I think that's the most woeful beer we've got. If you can drink that beer, which you can warm or cold, and it tastes the same, that tells you it's not a great beer, right? I know a guy that drinks that beer warm. He prefers it warm. Very strange. At least the water is warmer up there. I would swim and spearfish all year round. Yeah, me too. Up in Queensland. 95 up there for Mindy. Hey Siri, what's 95 Fahrenheit in Celsius? 35 Celsius. Wow, that's warm, Mindy. That's very warm. Bendy's got 15 Celsius, so less than half of what you got, Mindy. Shit, less than half. Charlotte Rose in the house. Charlotte Rose. Did you hear? Good to see you, Charlotte. Did you hear? What's his name? Who was the guy we hosted on my last stream? See, I've had a day off and I can't remember who the last host was. It was Chamonix. Did you hear Chamonix trying to say Charlotte Rose? He was in his stream. He was like, "This is on DLive, folks. Did I mention? Did I mention I've got a DLive channel? I just put it in the chat if I didn't mention that already, which I didn't. I haven't mentioned it for a while. Chamonix, we hosted him, and he's like, gives, and then he starts to see the givers coming across, and he says Charlotte Rose, and he goes, I love how Gibbs does the "You're welcome, Charlotte," and he did it wrong. He's like, how did he do it? He did it like Charlotte Rose. Something, he took his own twist on it, and I was kind of chuckling that you kind of almost got it, but you kind of didn't. Kind of strange. Oh, a message retracted from TKK9090. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that was. Benny Crawford with the jack. There you go. Hi everyone. If you could have foreseen that COVID would hit the world, that would mean you had 20/20 vision. Cracky, Tim. Cracky. DLive is going to kick ass. Yeah, Mindy. I'm looking forward to it. The main reason I'm looking forward to it is because it also gets these streams longer, quicker. I like the long format stream, if I'm being honest. I like the idea of getting into a subject. I mean, as you've seen on these streams, we get into it and then it's over, right? I look at the clock and I'm like, what? Where did that time freaking go? It goes like that. And same on DLive. Like, I look back down at my OBS and it's like, you've been live for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm like, what the hell? How did that go so quick? Karen Wesley in the house. G'day, Karen. How you going? Good to see you. Good to have you. Good to know you. This cheers is for you. How do you do? Nice to see you, Karen. Benny, please go through that sound effect again. It was hilarious. Sound effect. Not sure what sound effect that was, Benny. I'm not sure if I'm not sure what that sound was. That at me? I'm not sure what that sound effect was. Back up in the chat. Hey Karen. Hey mate. Aiden O'Meara. Aiden. Hello Aiden. How do you do? Good to see you. Good to have you. Good to know you. How do you do? Benny Crawford. Hey Aiden. Aero Gamer. Morning givers. Hello Aero. How are you going? Good to see you. Good to have you. This cheers is coming at you for you. Wow. Good to see you, Aero. What did you disconnect? Oh, so we disconnected all internal lighting. Like literally pulled the thing out of the ceiling of the van. And James took the whole PC, the printed circuit board into his office. He does this for a living. Go and have a look at blueglue.com.au. That's his business. Blue glue, blue, the color, glue, the sticky thing, .com.au, all one word, or blue glue, one word. And he does all this stuff, right? He's providing shit like this for defense, and it's hard to explain, but so he took apart and got the diagram of it and tested everything, and he said, yeah, this is faulty. There's something wrong with this, and he fixed it. I mean, that shit's way out of my league, right? Way out of my league. Tim, Aerogamer, good morning, Benny. Tim, heavy traffic in Culburra Beach will be a line of 5 cars at the traffic lights. And you know where they'd all be going? The BWS. That's right. And it wouldn't be a traffic light. It'd be the left-hand turn to get into the drive-through of the BWS. That's where the traffic builds up. I'm not kidding. That's where the traffic banks up, the lineup into the BWS. For those that don't know, BWS is a liquor store in Australia. We got drive-through liquor stores, right? You can just drive through and they come to your car and give you what you want. Now, don't worry, you're not supposed to crack it there and drink it. You just do the quick access thing. I don't know why Americans, actually more Canadians when I was in Canada, they found that so funny. They were like, did you know in Australia you can drive through the liquor store and you can get whatever you want? It's like, yeah. What of it? They're not opening it for you. They're not serving you fucking cocktails with little umbrella. Oh shit, can I swear so early? Whoa, we're only 17 minutes in. I don't know if I can swear this early on a stream on YouTube. Whoopsie! Sorry, Susie! Yeah, you don't get served the alcohol. You don't start smashing it and drinking. You just pick it up. It's a convenience thing. Of all the things. In fact, why do we even have that in Australia? We got no other conveniences, right? We're far behind on that kind of stuff normally. In fact, if you get out of your car to go and get liquor, you can't get it in the same store you get your groceries. So that's an inconvenience or a disconvenience or a non-convenience or not a convenience. What's the word for that? That's a hindrance, right? Whereas in America and Canada, you can get all your same shit in the same store. That's a convenience. Yet we call them convenience stores. What? We call them convenience stores. They're not even convenient. Unbelievable. But we do have drive-through liquor stores, and that's where the traffic banks up, especially post-COVID-19. And I say post-COVID-19 apprehensively because we understand further to the south it's kicking off again. I think we're okay up here in New South Wales. I don't think we've got any new cases, but in Victoria, they've got fresh cases of COVID-19. Even though here, it looks like party as usual. In fact, just right next door, like right behind this camera, in the holiday house, which incidentally rents out for $1,000 a night. $1,000 a night for that place next door. Yeah, there's people in there partying all last night. When I got back pretty late from Sydney and I was pretty tired, and I had a whiskey and I tried to go to sleep, and their light was shining in and they were all partying and having a good time. They're all on the balcony this morning with coffees, like bleary-eyed, looking at the ocean. Oh, should I go for a surf? I'm a little hungover. Classic. Hi, Charlotte. Charlotte Rose, Chamonix was a hoot. Yeah, what a cool guy. Hey, Chamonix. He does say cha in front of everything too. He's like, I don't know. That'd be very difficult to do. I feel like my welcome spiel on DLive is a bit of a thing, right? It's a bit of a mouthful to get through every time. But he says cha in front of nearly every cha thing he cha says. It's cha funny. It's cha unique. That's for cha certain. Did you watch the end of that stream? He paid homage to you. I didn't. I got to tell you, and it's nothing personal against any streamer, but when I get to the end of my stream, there's two things that are critical in my situation. The first one is to have a slash. That's usually forefront of what I need to do. I host and I say Phil gives love, and I literally lag it in there, turn the volume up so I can hear if anyone responds, and then usually during after the slash, I usually sit back just for a bit and just like unwind, turn off the lights and stuff, turn off my cameras and everything, and keep their stream on. And then I usually go and get dinner. And so I'm typically out of the room at that point. But I leave it on. I only turn it off because it's usually playing on this. I only turn it off when I want to watch, or when my dinner's ready and when I want to watch something, because I don't want the sound from their stream up. So I didn't see it. Something to do with the car. The sound to do with the car. I can't recall what sound I made, Benny. I can't recall what that was, dude. Our Karen is Poco Loco. Poco Loco. She's a little crazy. Poco Loco Karen. You're Karen Wesley. Okay. I will forget that. I'm going to forget that, right. In fact, who said that? I've already forgotten it. Mindy, we have drive-through liquor stores too. Do you really? Okay. Is that a new thing in America? I got to tell you, back in 2000, when I was in Canada, it didn't exist. So there you go. I mean, just because time changes, right? Time changes and I forget. Charlotte Rose, weird you can't buy booze at a gas station here, but you can drive through in a car, you're driving it and buy it. I guess that's the tie in there, right? That's why it's so comical. You can't buy booze at a gas station, but you can in America, but you can drive your car through a liquor store. Yeah, I can see how it's kind of seems a little weird. I can see that. But that's not usual. We usually get it at a grocery store, right? You should have crashed that party. I was very, very tired when I got back here. Very tired. Zexity. Hello, Zexity. I've never seen you before. Good to have you. Good to know you. Good to see you, Zexity. Where do you do? How do you do? And where are you coming from? Good to see you, Zexity. Howdy, Poco. Tim, we have plenty of COVID down here, spreading through families who don't believe it's real and that believe they'll only catch it if their God wants them to catch it. Oh, it's a God thing now, is it? Shit. Okay. They're like West Virginia snake handlers, Tim. Those people? Oh Lord. And folks, that's the chat. We're up to speed with the chat, so let's get that on screen so you can all follow along. Zexity, my girlfriend broke up with me today. Oh, that's no good. Sorry to hear about that. That's always a rough time. How long were you partnered? How long were you together? Sorry to hear that, Zexity. I don't know who you are or who your girlfriend is, but I know the feeling. I know the vibe, right? Yeah, Charlotte, I would have crashed that party for sure. And I have done in the past where I've just kind of stuck my head out there and like just happened to be friendly, and the next thing they're like, "Oh yeah, are you living there? Yeah, I live here. Oh, you want to come over for a drink?" Or sure. Last time I did that, it was in the surf with the South African guy, and we wrote a song together. And by the way, speaking of the song, speaking of the album, The Armageddon, it's all finished. It's all done. All I need to do is finalize the artwork, and it's coming. Finalize the artwork. I'm really pumped for this too. I listened to it in the car on the way up to Sydney, the full album playthrough. So I got a WAV file from the beginning to end of the album, so it shows you the way the tracks flow together, and wow, very cool. 2 months together, Zexity. Sorry to hear that, Zexity. I have been here before on my another account, J Vlogs. Oh, okay, so you're Jay as well. Now let me just look closely. Oh no, it wouldn't be Jay Boston. It wouldn't be girlfriend. It'd be wife. Zexity. So you're Jay Vlogs. Well, g'day, Zexity. I wouldn't recognize you. I just sort of saw the Zexity and wondered if it was a reference to something. Zexity is like 60 with a Z. I'm not sure. But nice to have you anyway, Zexity. We're going to be talking a little about why Mixer, or not why, but Mixer ending. What does that mean for DLive? Now, I'm specifically talking about DLive because that's the site I'm on, right? I'm a streamer on DLive. Unfortunately, we don't really hear the word DLive mentioned too much in this conversation. When this conversation kicks off about Mixer closing, we don't really hear DLive mentioned in that whole scope of things. But there you go. I found you on DLive. Well, I mean, that's pretty unique. I thank you so much for letting me know where you came from. But we're going to get into that momentarily. We're going to just take our time. Usually, Zexity, you know the deal. You've been here before, but usually we slide into that after the first break. And the first break usually takes place around the half an hour mark. So again, if you're wondering about that, I'm just kind of teasing the waters before we get there. Anything else anyone wants to chat about before we do get there? Put it up in the chat now. If anything's on your mind, this is a two-way street. So if you've got anything that you want to discuss, like Zexity just discussed, you know, the dumping there that happened. If you want to discuss anything, you can put it in the chat. I want to make this very clear that this is a two-way street. This is not just me delivering my content. This is me responding to you guys with what you want to have discussed. So if you got anything that you want to hit up, by all means, go ahead. And I understand that there's a delay in the chat too from when you see this message or when you hear this to when you can respond. I get that. Let me ask you this, Zexity. Is this your first bust up, or have you been down this road before? Because if you're new to the breakup, so that might be, I'm not sure how old you are. I can't quite see from your avatar. It might not even be you in the avatar. But if you have never been through a bust up before, and this happened today, I got news for you. It's going to be shit for a number of days, possibly a number of weeks. And then it will start to feel better. It does get better is the point. You don't stay. I mean, I don't know how bad you feel. I don't know how bad you feel right now, but it doesn't stay that way. It gets slowly better, and then sometimes it gets even worse before it gets better. Sometimes it never gets better. Sometimes you stay in this kind of weird position or a weird mind frame. I know I did. If I'm going to be putting myself in your shoes, I stayed in a very, very similar, I was going to use the word rut there, but it's not a rut. I stayed in the same kind of post-apocalyptic breakup zone. I've been there since 2013, if I'm being accurate. But I say, I love your setup. Amazing. Thank you, man. Thank you, Zexity. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Benny, the Facebook gaming option will not be attractive for Mixer folks. DLive would give them a chance to get paid directly for their content. It may suit them better. Yep, definitely. That's certainly a point I want to hit. I want to address that, and I want to obviously address the offering from DLive. I don't know if you guys knew, but DLive made an offer to all Mixer partners. Excuse me. If you're partnered on Mixer, or you were, or you still are, there's still about just under a month of Mixer days left. I think they're shutting shop on the 22nd of July. So right near the end of July. So if you were partnered on Mixer, then DLive have said you can come straight across into DLive, providing you provide us with certain things, and we will partner you up as a verified partner immediately. So there's been conversation based around that. There's been reactions based on that. And I've got a viewpoint which it's kind of wavering. It's again, I don't want to blow the steam, but we'll get into that discussion as well, because I think that's important, right? I think it's important to see what this... Because look, let's be clear. DLive is down here, and Twitch and Mixer are way up here, right? And YouTube, and they're way up here for live streaming. DLive is down here. DLive is doing what it can to continue to move up, right? And it's doing all the things that it thinks is correct. One of the things it does is listen to community. Well, in this instance, the community was kind of split in half about this should be or this should not be. Should you be offering Mixer partners immediate verified partnership on DLive? And I want to talk about that, so we'll get into that. TK, I love your new DLive, your new YouTube intro. Thank you, TKK1990. It's the thing that needed to change, right? Let me be clear about this YouTube channel. It's dead. Est ist tot. It is dead. This channel is completely shunned by YouTube. Completely shunned. It just gets smashed, whatever. The algorithm just says, nah, this content, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what it's about, it's getting pushed to the bottom. So I'm just trying to do things that may change that. An intro maybe might change it. I don't know. Either way, I'd already done 300 of the same, or not even, because when I began, I wasn't using that straight off the bat. I think that came in at around maybe vlog 20 or something. I don't even know. I have to go back and have a look. Maybe it came in at 100. I don't know. Actually, I should check that out. Either way, I've done it now up to another round number, 300. So 301, time for a change, right? No more of that somewhere out of time at the end. People would often complain about that, and I was like, yeah, but that's my thing. But then again, what's the saying? The definition of insanity, it's not doing the same thing over and over again. It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. That's when you're insane. Doing the same thing over and over again is not insanity. That's dedication. That's proving that you have the shit. You have How far am I? I can swear. That proves that you've got the tenacity and the focus to do something, to obtain something. But if you keep doing the same thing and you're getting the same outcome and you're not changing it, and that's the definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So I just changed my thing up and we'll see how it goes. We don't know how well that's going to go, if it's going to go at all. I think your videos are amazing. I watch them all the time. Thank you, Zexity. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't think that. And look, I've said this before in the past. The only way to trick YouTube, to trick the algorithm, is to share my videos on every other social network. So if you see a video you like of mine, a like or a dislike is kind of irrelevant, but if you copy the URL and you paste it on outside sources, on Facebook, on Twitter, on DLive, on Discord, or wherever it is, if you post that link outside of YouTube, that's a way that YouTube trips the back-end algorithm and says, oh, this content's getting recognized off-platform, so therefore we'll start recognizing it. Reddit is a great one. I'm not going over to Reddit and starting to self-promote like some people we know, but if you see something that you dig, you go to Reddit and you make a thread with that URL, that is going to happen. That is going to help my channel. Yeah, that's the simple nature of how YouTube works. They want stuff to go to outside audiences, to bring those audiences onto YouTube. You think about a Reddit link with my URL from one of my videos, that's going to bring potentially, let's just call it a round number of 100. Let's just say 100 people click that link. Well, that's 100 people that were not on YouTube. They were on Reddit and they came across to YouTube. So therefore that weighs my URL and my content higher than someone already on YouTube stumbling upon my link. You bring them across and then you get rewarded. YouTube has a new trick known as soft blocking. It's done to remove your channel being highlighted to others and to minimize receiving YouTube payments. I mean, let me be clear about this. My YouTube payments have gone steadily up. I usually make about $10 a day on YouTube. Now I'm making about $12 a day. So that hasn't changed. When I say my channel's dead, I'm not saying financially dead. I'm saying the channel is dead in the algorithm. It doesn't get promoted. The earnings I make off YouTube have slowly gone up over the last, say, 2 years. Yeah, like I said, it was around about $9 to $10. Now it's between $11 and $12 a day on YouTube. So you should make a Discord server for your fans. I've got one, dude. I've already got one, Zexity. There's definitely a Gives a Minute Discord. Yeah, it's to find it from YouTube, I haven't got a link to it, but actually, you know what I can do? I'll do this for you right now. I've actually got, let me just do this here. I'm just gonna do this for you right now. Dexity. There's my Gives a Minute Discord. How do you like them chickens? Tim, YouTube appears to be discouraging channels that do not show how to do things like fixing or building stuff. Smaller abando channels are being demonetized. Really? Being demonetized? Okay. Well, hold on to that thought, Tim. Hold on to that thought. We'll talk about that and Mixer and DLive when we come back from this, right? I'm going to take a small break. I'm going to get myself a coffee, take a slash. When we come back from this, we'll get into the Mixer DLive conversation. So if you're just here for that, after we hear from a band that I've done some work with in the past, we'll come into that content.
Welcome back to the Slightly Random Daily Song! Dexter Jones, that's right, Dexter Jones, Adelaide-based band. The connection to myself goes way back in history. I worked in a restaurant where I first met Ben Nash, the bass player and founding member of the band, along with the guitarist and drummer. This goes way back, 2002, I guess, 2003. I'm terrible with dates. I've got all this video. That's the strange thing. I could easily go back and look at the archives, but I like to try to use my memory. It's pretty bad though, isn't it? What I've got for you today though from Dexter Jones, the double A-side single. What's a double A-side? Well, it's both songs are meant to be the one you listen to. In this instance, though, we're only going to listen to one. I Don't Like the Summer is the track off this double A-side single. Oh, there's a little slip in here. What's this slip? Do you like these songs? Then make a request. The Triple J phone number, Triple M phone number. Look at that. They've really gone hardcore with the promotion there. Double A-side single, you see there, I Don't Like the Summer. And the same side, the other A-side, Moment Alone. A double A-side's a strange thing to do. But Dexter Jones were all about promotion. They were all about getting their stuff out there. This particular track is possibly the greatest radio hit that was never a radio hit. It's got catchy chorus, great guitar riff, great progression, great little drum fills in there as well. It's all over and done within 3 minutes. It's a pop song that never got popped. Oh, I got a funny story I can tell you about Dexter Jones. The singer in the band and guitarist, Matt Song, and yeah, that is his name. It's not a stage name. It's not spelt quite the same as S-O-N-G. It's S-O-A-N-G, but Matt Song, right? I told you this was 2000. I reckon this is a bit later. I reckon I met Benny in 2002, and I reckon this is 2004. In fact, there may even be a date on here. About 2 years after this came out, or maybe a year after, I'm not sure. I was in Sydney. I'd left Adelaide town, I was in Sydney, and I had a Dutch girlfriend, and she was writing the Dexter Jones. In fact, on another Dexter Jones track, Matt Song changed the lyric to her name in one of the songs. It's kind of nice. The track was Even Receivin'. And instead of saying Even Receivin', one time he said Anna Sieben, that's her name. She's a Dutch girl, Anna Sieben. Anyway, that's a different story. We're cruising up George Street in Sydney. If you know the CBD, main area of Sydney. We don't even call it downtown, just the area, the center of Sydney on George Street. We're walking up that strip right next to the cinemas and across the road from the Metro Theatre. We've both got a single earpiece in. We're listening to Dexter Jones on an iPod. An iPod. We had this single playing on the iPod, and this is the strangest thing. I didn't know the Dexter Jones boys were in town. I didn't know anything about what was going on. I'd left Adelaide about a year earlier, and as we're singing, we're both walking along listening to one earpiece, we're both singing the song. Matt Song comes from behind us. Now he lives in Adelaide, not in Sydney. He comes from behind us and jumps in front and just like stands in front of us, and we're like, what? We're actually listening to your music? What the hell, dude? Did you know we were, like, what are you doing in Sydney? How did you know we were here? This is before Facebook and crap, right? This is not social. We just happen to be walking up the street like thousands of other people, and he just comes swinging around and lands right in front of me. And Anna was like, oh, that's really cool. And then that's the end of that story, but it's pretty unique, right? How many times has that happened? Now, I am waffling a little. Whoa, seagull. I am waffling a little. Let's put you down and have a listen to I Don't Like the Summer. I do like the summer. You may not like this. I waffle again. Let's put you down here. Let's get a good view of the ocean here. What do we got here? Ooh, some nice swell there. Let's put you down like this. That's a pretty good angel, right? You've got a pretty good angel there. You've got the ocean here. Ooh. I should get out there for a wave. Well, folks, enjoy Dexter Jones from the double A-side single, I Don't Like the Summer.
I don't like the summer because I don't like the heat. Let the rain wash away things we don't need. But you like your summer with all the sweat on the sheets. It's so hard to be alone now that I met you, and it's so far for me to go now that I let you.
go, folks. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dexter Jones. I don't like the summer. Oh, that wind. Crikey. I don't like the summer by Dexter Jones from the double A-side single. I did look inside the artwork here, and yes, this was 2004 when this all came about. So my date remembering was kind of accurate, but I do have the footage of this. By the way, there's heaps of footage of Dexter Jones. Maybe I'll bring some more out. If you enjoyed that, I'll bring some more out over the course of the streams. Now, while I sit down and listen to the other A-side on this double A-side single, Moment Alone, you guys can go back to the live stream.
Oh shit! You got me! Whoopsie! I was too busy thinking, thought I made myself a coffee. Smell that. That's a hot chocolate. What the hell? It's either a hot chocolate, it's a mocha, right? It's got chocolate and coffee? That's weird. I didn't think I did that, but well, there you go. Welcome to the morning chocolates coffee stream. Up in the chat, good evening everyone. Perdbeer, Perdski, Perdski! Hello Perdbeer, how you doing? Good to see you, good to have you, good to know you. Evening Benny, evening Mindy. Mindy's up there saying good evening. Hamish Ferguson, hello Hamish, how do you do, man? Good to see you, buddy. How you going, man? Good to see you, good to have you, good to know you. Good Vibes Music, yeah, great band. I've actually got a video clip that I'm in for that song too. I probably should run that sometime in the future, but that can be another time, right? But yeah, they made a video and they asked me to be the lead character in it. Not a very good video, not a great, not very good actor to start with, but in that video, a bit of skateboarding and this and that. Nothing cool. Gotta fly, folks. Have a busy day. Have a great stream all. Thanks, Benny. Yeah, cheers, man. Enjoy your day at work, man. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for swinging by before you went to work, man. Appreciate you. Take care, Benny. Cheers. Yeah, there you go, Pudby. So, in that song, how about the tom fills? I remember those, and when they were filming the video, they got like a panning shot of that from above the drum kit. It was pretty sick. Folks, let's move into the content. This is directly related to Mixer closing down and what that means for DLive. Now, I don't care too much for other sites because I'm not streaming on anywhere else aside from right here on YouTube and DLive, but obviously the Mixer close does also affect Twitch and YouTube. Now we can discuss that another time, although I don't have much information on that. Hey, if you want to discuss it, if you want to add your own thoughts in the chat, by all means go ahead, but my knowledge, I guess, relates directly to DLive, and my thoughts and my prayers are with what goes on with DLive right now. So it may be a little selfish, but that's what we're going to talk about today, not Twitch or YouTube. So I guess the best place to start would be with the announce. You guys understand what happened. I mean, I don't have to go over this, do I? Mixer said we're going to close shop. We're going to move across to Facebook gaming. First of all, I didn't even know Facebook had gaming. I'm not going to lie. I thought Facebook gaming was Candy Crush, right? You playing a game on your cell phone and it says log in with Facebook, and therefore you can send lives to friends in your Facebook feed. That's what I thought it was. Turns out there's actually a gaming streaming portion to Facebook. I mean, I didn't know many, like I was going to put, I won't do that. I was going to say elderly people, right? But I'm an elderly person. Typically, Facebook is older crew, right? Like Baxter and Claudia, they're not on Facebook. Actually, Claudia is. And only because her mum gave her the account. She said, I don't even want one. Give me an Instagram. I don't want Facebook. Hell no. But she got given one, so she's on there, right? Other than that, it's elderly people that are on Facebook, typically. And are they gamers? I don't know. I don't know if they are. I mean, I was going to start gaming when Stadia announced. I was going to start gaming just because of the YouTube tie-in, right? You know how that unrolled. It didn't, so that's gone. I was going to start a late gaming career, I guess, but now I'm not. So Mixer announced that they are moving and bumping everything into Facebook gaming, right? The reason they did that is because they were struggling to compete with Twitch and with YouTube. So they had no... I saw the percentages and they were woeful, right? So to be clear, DLive is even less than that. Now you might say, well then how the hell does DLive survive? How does DLive survive if Mixer didn't? And Mixer is Microsoft, right? Microsoft competing with YouTube and Twitch. Well, how the hell is DLive going to stand a chance? Don't forget, DLive is decentralized blockchain based, whereas Mixer was not. So there's a little bit of, and that's not really the discussion so much today, but that's got to be factored in, right? I'm still pissed at them for acquiring WhatsApp. Facebook acquired WhatsApp? Really? Really? I didn't know that. So yeah, that's got to be factored in. How does DLive survive if they're nothing compared to what Mixer was, but we've got the blockchain to thank? And again, people might say, well, BTT staking and whales earning money off streamers, that's not fair. Well, without the BTT staking and without the blockchain Tron, which is what BitTorrent bases off, if without that, you wouldn't have a DLive. And the clear example is there. Mixer didn't have that, and they had Microsoft, and they fell over. So I'm just saying, there's a reason why DLive is blockchain based. That's not the topic of discussion, but that's kind of like a little... Like I said, I got the personal element here. I've been on DLive for over a year streaming and built a great community, great rewards, great financial incentives, great rewards, great community, great streaming. People that diss DLive, it's like, serious? Like what? Okay, what's your alternative? You're gonna slam like Mark Ensby's, like the Danny Blacks. They slammed DLive. What's the alternative? What is your alternative? Come out here on YouTube and stream to 2 people and get nothing for it? I mean, I do daily on DLive and it's working, right? Working really, really well. I digress though. I'm gonna keep. I just find it funny when people that don't put the work in complain about something, right? There was this big, and Creaky was one of them as well. I would steer so clear of that. It's got bad words written all over it. It's crypto based. Don't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Get away from it. It's like, well, where else have you been live streaming, Creaky? Where how's your community going? How's your building of something going? You dissed a new platform based off some scare tactics, which, let's be fair, he's a journalist from mainstream television, so he's gonna have a different take on everything. Yeah. Twitch is a good alternative. Perdbeer, that's the thing, right? A lot of people have been saying that, but I want to show you something, dude. I want to show you something right now. Twitch is a good alternative. I'm gonna grab... Actually, you know what? I was going to do this. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I forgot where I am. I forgot I'm on YouTube here. I was going to play a video and it's haven't checked it yet. So I can't just go rolling content on YouTube because the content police will grab me. But yeah, fair enough. Twitch is a good alternative. I'm not going to deny that. Twitch is a good alternative, right? Twitch is probably the alternative than anywhere else right now. If you go to Mixer, let's go across to Mixer. Let's go across to the Mixer website here. If we go to, now we did this on DLive the other day. If we go here to the partner spotlight, this is the Mixer. These are the partners on Mixer, right? We did this the other day and it's probably changed again since then, obviously. But let's open up every single one of these. There's 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them. Goddess. So the point I want to illustrate here is that all of these streamers that are on, that are partnered on Mixer, and Mixer is saying we're moving to Facebook Gaming. All of these streamers, all the 10 that we checked out last week on DLive, or a couple of days ago on DLive, all of them are not going to Facebook Gaming. They're going to the good alternative, which Perdbeer said, Twitch. Have a look at this. This is the first one here. We are moving, and there's a where is it? There, right there. We are moving to Twitch. Hey Keeks. That's one. Let's get rid of that one. Now on Twitch, the second one. This person's live right now. He's got his Twitch handle right there. So he's bringing everyone across to Twitch. The third one. This is the fourth one. Following now on Twitch. The fifth one. There's this guy here. Twitch. See you guys on www.twitch.tv. Sensor Twitch. This is her Twitch channel right here. New home, Twitch. This is, so far, folks, this is every single partnered. This is on their freaking homepage. These are the partner spotlights. So these are the people that that Mixer have partnered up with. And Mixer has said, we're done here. We're moving across to Facebook Gaming. Bring all your community over. So far, every single one of these on the homepage has said no, not doing that. Cancelled Bear. This one we just saw. Froggy's Army. That's a cool handle. Froggy's Army. Now that's probably the first one that hasn't said anything about Twitch. Is that a Twitch logo there? No. Okay, so there's one. There's one right there. So she's not said anything about Twitch. Interesting. Maybe on an off screen, on an off live screen. Offline stream here. There's her. This one. Follow me on Twitch. So aside from what's this woman's name? Froggy's Army. Aside from this woman here, every single one of those partnered Mixer streamers has said, no, we're not going to Facebook Gaming. Fuck no, we're going over to Twitch. So you're dead right, Perd Beer. Twitch is a good alternative. Very, very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting that Twitch has nabbed that audience. Now, it would be remiss of me not to go and have a look at the reaction from Mixer streamers. So this is kind of, and I haven't watched this video yet, but there's a 12-minute video here titled Mixer Streamers Reacting to the End of Mixer. David in the house. G'day, David Pretty Bread. How you going, man? Good to see you, buddy. This cheers is for you. Now, I want to be empathetic here, right? I want to be clear about this. We're not watching this to have a laugh at them. We're not watching this to have a crack at them. We're watching this to see how they're feeling. Because let me be clear. If this happened tomorrow to DLive, if I woke up to a message saying, Justin Sun wasn't that interested in DLive, and the merging of DLive and BTT hasn't gone down as well as we wanted, and therefore he's pulled out of DLive, and therefore DLive is now it's gone. I would be absolutely gutted. Would I make a stream about it? Sure, I would. Would I probably run up on a compilation of DLive streamers reacting to DLive's demise? Yeah, I probably would. So I'm not going to watch this and try to put them down or make them feel worse than what they already do. It's shit. It's shit for them, right? It's shit. A lot of these crew, or a number of these crew, are DLive streamers that went over to Mixer. They thought, whatever the reason, we can actually achieve something better on Mixer. Probably the numbers being larger, right? We can achieve a larger audience quicker. So they went across to Mixer. They potentially did what I did, right? Slogged it out every single day, building a community, doing a stream, creating a sense of urgency and a sense of welcoming and a sense of belonging. They did that for however long they've done it. And then one day they wake up and it's all gone. That's shit, right? That's the nature of the internet, though. So let's have a look at this and see just how bad this has affected people. Perdbeer says, what's the theory of why Facebook Gaming bought Mixer? The theory? I don't know if there's a theory behind it, but I guess Facebook is trying to nab a younger audience, maybe? Maybe Facebook know that their demographic is a lot of an elderly generation. And I put myself in that same category. I saw Tim asserting that I was saying Charlotte Rose is old, basically. I'm saying we're all in that category. We all use Facebook, right? But what I'm saying is the young kids, Baxter and Claudius, they're not using it. And they won't use it. They'll use something else. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, right? They'll use something aside from Facebook. So Facebook are going down and they recognize that. They see a sinking ship, Mixer. They nab onto it. We can grab that audience. But as you just saw, of those 10 partnered Mixer streamers, only one of them didn't mention Twitch. All other 9 of them said, yeah, come and follow me on Twitch. None of them said, hey, Mixer's going down. They're going to Facebook. Come over to Facebook Gaming with me. None of them. Not even the one that didn't say it said that. They didn't say that. They just didn't say anything. Chad Armstrong, long time no see. G'day, Chadsky. How do you do, my friend? Good to see you. Good to have you. Good to know you. So, what are your thoughts on this, Chad? What are your thoughts on Mixer going to Facebook Gaming? Let's have a look at this video now over here. Let's make this full screen, I guess. Let's go full screen here.
Honestly, thank you for the embers. Thank you for the dirt. You honestly, you guys don't have to do. I might not have been here as long as some of the partners, but I've said every stream that's changed my life. It's really.
Right. Herdbeer says it must have been a different reason. They must have known nobody would go over. I mean, yeah. Chad, at least one of those Mixer partners is an acquaintance of mine that has been a guest at my office. Really, Chad? The one that didn't mention Twitch? Who do you work for, Chad? I know you probably don't want to say, but that's fair enough. I'm just curious. Was it the one that didn't say anything?
You guys help me through so much, and I know you will follow. But when you've put 2 years of your life believing in a platform that was so different, I fully believed in Mixer. I sat there and said, do you know what? No matter what, I know there's issues.
Hang on. Perd says the 1 month thing was cruel. The 1 month thing? Like telling you that you got a month left? I think that's fair. I think that's telling you you've got a month to get your community to follow you elsewhere. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Chad says, I work for a game developer, so yeah, this is relevant news to me. Right. Okay. Yeah, totally. This is totally relevant news to you, yeah. Got any thoughts, man? Got any thoughts specifically about what it means for DLive? Again, we don't really want to concern ourselves too much with what it means for YouTube or what it means for Twitch or what it means for other live streaming platforms. I'm specifically thinking about my home DLive, what that means for there. I think the person I know didn't immediately plan to move elsewhere, but today she said she's looking at Twitch and YouTube. Interesting.
But it's different. It's community. It really had such a different feel to it.
She's gutted, right? This woman's gutted.
I feel betrayed.
She feels betrayed.
It really shows. Yeah, you can take half of my money and half of our money for this long. And it shows that their claim on us being slaves is...
Whoa. What? What did she just say?
On us being money. It really shows. Yeah, you can take half of my money and half of our money for this long.
Half? What do they take? What did Mixer take? Half of their income? 50% of everything? What? That can't be right, surely. Chadsky says, first I feel terrible for the partners and Mixer staff. The staff found out at the same time as the partners. Really? Perd says 3 months would have been appropriate. The former owners could have stipulated that as a term of sale. Right. I see what you're saying, Perd. So you think telling streamers that you've got a month left on a platform is too short? Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. I disagree, but
it shows that their claim on us being slaves is... But this is years of hard work for everyone building a really safe platform that clearly didn't have the intentions in the first place.
Man, look, this is hard to watch, right? This woman, and when I watch this, I put myself in her category. I'm everything she's been saying, I've been thinking, translating it to me on DLive, right? What I've been doing on DLive. I would feel the same as her right now. I didn't know about the 50% thing though. And maybe if I'm gonna come to the devil's advocate here, she knew about the 50% before she agreed to it. So you can't really complain about that at the end. because you've known about it from the beginning. But I can see, again, I'm trying to critique this and take it all in. It's very hard to see. It's hard to grasp, right? How many staff per beer? Yeah, good question. Good question. Chad, second, the timing was pretty awful, as just a day or so prior to the announcement, a partner manager was accused of saying some racist stuff with regard to their partners. Really? You think that? Hang on. The timing was awful, as just a day or so prior, this is Chad talking, to the announcement, a partner manager was accused of saying some racist stuff with regard to the partners. Again, I just want to plead devil's advocate here. It seems like today, if you don't have a black person on staff, you're racist. So is it something like that, or did he actually come out and say something completely racist? Because are you suggesting that they closed Mixer down because this guy was racist? That's heavy, man. That's heavy. And you work in this industry, so you'd have more knowledge of that than what I'd have. Chad, third, with regard to DLive, I think DLive has an opportunity to attract Mixer users, but the service will need to be proactive. Proactive. A proactive service. Do you want to elaborate on that, man? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear you to go further into that. I'm not sure what that means. What's a proactive live streaming service? And give me an example of one. A proactive live streaming service, as opposed to a reactive. So are you saying that certain streaming platforms only react when something goes down or when something gets suggested? But to be better, they should be proactive and come out with concepts and different developments before anyone else needs to say, you guys should have a live button on DLive so that the viewer can click it and make sure they're up to speed with the stream, that kind of thing. Oh no, that's not what they closed Mixer down. The Facebook deal has probably been underway for months. Okay. Oh, so you're just saying the timing was bad. Okay, I get you. So you're not tying those two together. You're just saying coincidentally it happens to be pretty bad timing. I see. So they did have a black staff member who was appalled by something the manager said. He confronted them on it and was basically mistreated from that point on until they quit. Okay. So without knowing the story, without knowing the details, that does sound a little bit of like he said, she said, he said, she said, they said, whatever said, right? But I'm not trying to devalue it. I'm just saying we don't know the situation. But fair enough. Awful timing. Fuck, man. There's more to this than I thought. I knew this would be a great stream, right? I knew that we'd be able to dig deeper into this. I'd really like to know what a proactive platform is, though. Have I got that right? Is a proactive platform a platform that instigates change and makes change before it gets requested of it? Because I love how DLive has the response to the streamers, to the partners, right? When something goes down, and I know this from personal experience, when something goes down on DLive, they're very, very, very good about responding. Very good. Like, I've got no complaints. Maybe there's a couple of little small things, such as I put a message in the Discord 3 days ago saying the welcome letter on the DLive website, on the DLive website, that what we're linking out on Twitter to attract Mixer viewers.
Mommy's too tight for steak.
Charlotte
To
Rose!
the Steve Van Shock Fund.
Thank you so much for the $8 super chat to the Steve Van Shock Fund. Thank you so much, Charlotte Rose. Cheers. That's really nice of you. Money's too tight for steak. Thank you, Charlotte Rose. It's always nice to see your beautiful smiling face all lit up there with a super chat. Thank you, Charlotte. Much appreciated. Yeah, I put a message in the Discord about 3 days ago saying the welcome letter, right? The one that we're linking to on Twitter to bring Mixer, adding hashtag Mixer and everything, whatever the hashtag is, to bring viewers over. In that welcome pack, there's a link that when you click it, and it's about partner rewards, goes nowhere. It's a dead link. And I put that in Discord. I've done it twice now, and no one's fixed it. A lot of people don't want to partner to Twitch for a number of reasons. Okay. Oh, sorry. By proactive, I mean I believe DLive needs to reach out to Mixer players and make themselves attractive. Now, that's going to be a point that I want to address after we finish the reaction stream, but I will say you probably knew this as well, Chad, and if those that didn't know, DLive actually made an offer to all Mixer streamers that were partnered. So those ones that we went and had a look at, those 10 at the bottom there, and that's just 10 that they're displaying. There'd be obviously hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of them, who knows. DLive said, if you come across to DLive, we'll instantly, after you've applied, like you've got to send a couple of things together and put like a little resume. It's like a little job interview. But as soon as you tell us that you're partnered on Mixer, we will VP you on DLive. Now that's given birth to a number of different reactions. I'm not going to lie. My reaction to that was, wow, that's shit. That's shit to all of us here that have struggled and pushed and strived and grinded and committed to achieve that. Then someone else can just come in and go, I'm already VP and I've only got 50 followers on DLive. You know what I'm saying? That I can see the angle there, and we'll dig into that. We'll dig into that. Charlotte Rose with a love heart. Thank you, Charlotte Rose. TKK says, like the 3 hellos the other day, DLive support answered within minutes. Yes, that's true. That's true. They do. They do. DLive has an opportunity to bring in those users by showing how they don't have the issues Twitch has, but is also a place for those users to grow a base. Yep. And that, I mean, there's so many examples of streamers that have grown from nothing on DLive. So they always say the proof is in the pudding, right? Well, go and have a look at those streamers that have achieved that already. Purbeard, DLive didn't help DLive that from much of last week and at the time of the announcement, the Android app was broken. Right, okay. Charlotte Rose asks what was up with the hellos the other day. So apparently there was some developers that were testing something and that went out to the public in the sense that it was just potentially it was going to be a welcome to the new streamers. Maybe, we don't know. A testing error, yeah. It was very odd. Yeah, it's a strange thing. They should have sandboxed that shit, right? Done that to a developer kit, and that's it. But look, people make mistakes, right? I mean, hell, right? People make mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes. Let's continue watching this very emotional reaction here.
They've hidden behind such a huge fucking cover. I'm disgusted in Microsoft. I'm disgusted in Mixer. I literally think their intentions were never to have a safe community. They've got their way. They got what they came in for. And to not give a statement regarding the victims or any of us slaves that they call us.
What? That's the second time she said this. They refer to... So Mixer refer to streamers as slaves? Did I miss something? Who calls their streamers slaves? Is that an in-joke or something?
Absolutely fucking disgusting. So shame on you, Mixer. And shame on you, Microsoft.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard. Oh, it is a very emotional roller coaster today. I legit, I cannot express, dude.
Oh, Chad, the manager I mentioned. So this was the guy that... Hang on. So they had a black staff member who was appalled by something a manager said, and the manager is the one that you mentioned. He referred to their partners as their slaves. What? In public? Have you got a tweet of that? Is that a Twitter? Is that a tweet or something? Surely that manager's got... Oh, the whole place got the sack, but... Holy shit, dude. What? For real? That's a big mess up, dude. Shit. Well, hang on. This all happened at the same time? So Mixer shut down, and then the manager referred to all the Mixer streamers as slaves? Or it happened beforehand? What? That is terrible. PR, they need a big refresh on their PR. That's terrible, dude. Come over here and slave for us. What? Shit, I mean, we do slave it out, right? We do work our guts out, but I don't regard that as, like, I'm not slaving to anybody. Like, just because I stream daily for 3 hours, I love it, right? It's not like slavery. But he said that so that manager called all of the partners slaves. That's going out with a bang. That's not slamming doors. That's just going, you're all fucked. You're all our slaves. That's terrible, dude. What the hell? Holy shit. It's kind of funny, right? So the thing shut down and then he just goes, well, it doesn't matter anyway. You just guys were all just slaving to us. We were kings on top and you were slaves below. Oh, hang on. The slave thing happened sometime in the past. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, okay. That's not as funny then. Okay, sorry, I misread. I misunderstood that. So the black Microsoft employee that quit called out why publicly. Okay, okay, now I see the timeline. So this thing happened in the past. So the manager referred to all the partners as slaves. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, I see. Sorry, man. I was missing the obvious, right? I was missing the slavery, the oppression. Okay, sorry. Like I said, I miss a lot of shit, folks. I missed that connection to what slavery meant back then, right? I see. So that person, that staff member was upset by the manager referring to. So that staff member was a partner staff member. Either way, he worked at Mixer, and the manager wasn't saying he was slaving, being a black man, but he was referring to the partners as slaves. So the black man took offense to that. I kind of see. Okay, I kind of see how that worked. Okay, and then two or 3 days later, the Facebook announced, yeah, okay. Wow, I mean, it's still pretty shocking, right? Still pretty shocking. Still pretty devastating.
Bottom of my heart, dude. Honestly. Honestly, guys.
He's getting emotional.
Thank you so much. I cannot express how fucking grateful and how bloody... I love you guys. Honestly. You guys have given me absolutely just... You guys have given me everything. This has been the best... Honestly, the best 3 years of my life.
3 years this guy was on there. Chad, sorry, just to lay it out as a timeline, a manager bragged about it. Okay, so I got it wrong again. Sorry, man. Sorry, dude. Just to lay it out as in a timeline, a manager bragged about Mixer partners about Mixer partners as being their slaves to a black employee. The employee confronted... Yeah, that's what... Yeah, no, I got that. I think I got that right. The employee confronted them for it. It turned into a HR argument, a human resources argument, and HR did nothing to help the employee. So then they quit Microsoft, Mixer, and went public. And then the announcement, okay, cool, okay. Then the announcement that Facebook was acquiring Mixer happened. Okay, that's extremely clear. I did miss that initially, but I think I got it there. Thank you for clearing that up. Perdbeer asks Chad, why do you think Facebook bought it? And Chad answers, Perd, they probably acquired Mixer for the tech and the infrastructure. Okay.
Honestly, I cannot express that enough, dude. Like, you guys have been absolutely just... You guys have been spot on, dude. And it's not like they gave us warning. They just literally just chucked it at us saying, hey, we're ending, end of story. You ain't got to say all your, you know, achievements, everything. We're just going to toss it in the bin because you don't deserve it, bro. That's what they're saying.
We're thankful to those that we shared our passions with us, and we hope to see your positive, welcoming, and inclusive communities on Facebook Gaming. Make sure we remain online and running until the 22nd of July.
Is this just coincidence that all of these streamers have been from the UK, or is that like a Turkish thing on DLive? So far, 3 streamers have all been British, right?
1 month. They're giving us 1 month.
He's pissed off. Rightly so too. Shit, man. Again, folks, think of this as it was you. Think of this if it was you with something that you'd built up. Who did that? Ahmed Samir just became a giver by subscribing. Thanks, Ahmed. We're live right now, man. If you want to watch the live stream, be nice to see you over here. Ahmed, you just subscribed. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, try to think about this as if it was you.
Wow, this is insane news. I have given...
This is monetized. It's not my video.
everything, every dollar I have, every amount of energy I have into this platform because I believed in it.
Bird says, I was also wondering this. 1 month is outrageous. See, I gotta say, if it was me and DLive said we're going away, and you've got till the 22nd of July to get your shit together and bring something, I would be. I think a month is long enough. I personally think a month is long enough. Well, maybe it's not. For a streamer who streams every day, 1 month. A calendar month of 31 days odd, maybe 28, 29, whatever. Let's just call it 30 days. I think 30 days is enough time to start somewhere else. Like, at that announcement, I'd immediately start something else. Immediately, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, or DLive. I'd immediately start it, right? And I'd do a stream there and say, I'm here now. I don't know what I'm doing, but here I am. And then I would do another one the next day, and another one the day after, and then I'd go back to Mixer or to DLive. Let me just put it this way: if DLive ended today, right? What's the date today? Hey Siri, what's the date? It's the 27th of June. Let's just say I got an announcement this morning that DLive was folding on the 27th of July, all over. This is what I'd do. Immediately go to Mixer, or Twitch, or YouTube, or Facebook Gaming, and start a stream. Do a stream immediately. Once, just go, hey, this is the Gives a Minute Mixer stream, or the Gives a Minute Twitch stream. Here I am. Never thought I'd be here, but here I am. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but nice to see no people here. Cool. I'm starting again. Next day, come back again, same time. The day after, again, same time. The day after, again. Now, it's going to be tricky because you're going to be emotionally invested in DLive. You're going to be wondering, why? Go back about 4 days later. Folks, DLive's over. It kills me, right? I'm pissed. I'm completely flabbergasted, but it's gone. I have gone over and done a couple of streams at so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. You want to follow me there? You are welcome to. After the 27th of July here, this isn't going to exist, so you're going to have to go somewhere. I'm going to go over there. Then I'd go back over there and do a stream. Another stream. I'd do a week of streaming there. Do one more stream on DLive and say, folks, there's no point being here anymore. It's over. So this will be my last stream. I'm already a week down on so and so. Again, not my decision. I'm terribly upset, but I got to move on as well. So please come with me. I won't be coming back here to answer comments. There's no point. That's what I'd do, and that's taken all the emotion out of it, and that's difficult to do. I'm not saying that I'm some kind of, I'm not so German that I can't see the emotion behind this, right? I can see how heavily vested these people are. But you've been told the information, you got to react to it and do the right thing. And I think the right thing is to get out immediately.
Ikeo13 sent 50 embers with the message, try hard.
For those longer serving members of the community will know, the night my grandfather died, I was live on stream. I came back from the hospital because my grandfather gave me the money to start my channel. He bought the computer that I used to stream, and he was a farmer, and he worked hard every day of his life.
Wow.
And I came back here to stream on Mixer because I thought that's what he would have wanted. He would have wanted me not work because of him. And I was live for 5 minutes when I found out he died.
Wow, that's heavy.
I've given everything. I couldn't have given more.
Wow, that's heavy, dude. That's heavy. Chad says they did offer the two biggest Mixer streamers contracts, or so I heard. Yeah, Shroud and Ninja. But they both turned them down and are likely going back to Twitch, yes. And they made a big lot of cash out of that too, right? This is a big possibility with DLive. Not while Justin Sun's involved, not while BitTorrent's there. Whilst we have BitTorrent, I think we're good. But that could change, right? That if Justin Sun backs up and says, no, this didn't work like I thought it would, we're pulling out, then I think we probably wouldn't be. We'd probably be in this position. Not gonna lie.
This is very real for a lot of people.
No, it sucks.
Joking aside, this is very real for a lot of people.
You know who murdered it?
Who?
Ninja. Murdered it.
Ninja is the exception, and
Murdered it.
Shroud
Because
got millions of dollars.
And now gets to go
Is-
back to Twitch and become super relevant again and make hella money.
And I feel for other partner streamers because this is very real. If your only income is from Mixer and you're a Mixer partner, what do?
Welcome. Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. It's pretty disturbing. I said I would be here until the lights went out, and I guess the lights actually went out. It sucks. It really sucks, dude. What route are you gonna take? I have no idea. It's a really big decision. I got to talk to some people.
All this has happened. I mean, we learned about it on Twitter. 2 minutes later, I had an email from Mixer. 5 minutes after.
Do DLive release financials? I'm not sure what that means, per beer. Release financials? Not sure what that means.
After that, I talked to my partner manager. It just happened. You know, I mean, you know, this is my job. 24 hours ago, I was excited to close on my house Tuesday. Now I'm sitting here thinking, should I?
Where is the communication here? Where is the communication? How? They clearly don't respect any of the partners. They clearly don't respect any partners because we had no idea about this. Not one clue. You would honestly think they would be telling us before they tell the world so that we have time to prepare as a brand. How dare you, Mixer? I am honestly offended. You have offended me.
That's fair enough. It should have been an announce that came to the partners first. For sure. That's for sure.
Because that is vile. I'm shaking with anger right now.
That's fair enough.
I'm
Oh, Chad says, I don't think DLive is publicly traded. Financial statements. So that you want to know their earnings? I don't think that stuff's public. Yeah, per beer. Not that I know of anyway. Fuck, another ad.
You haven't told any of us what you're doing, and just because you've done a slip up, now all of a sudden, I'm so angry.
I never expected being a streamer, and I was just able to see how I could do this in the future for a living, and streaming is like something I always look forward to every day, and it was something I was finally learning and getting good at.
If I could reach out to this person or to any of these emotionally charged people, I would just say, again, like Zexity in the chat, you just had a breakup. It's going to get better. You know, they always say there's other fish in the sea, right? There's other streaming sites. DLive, for one.
And all the work was paying off. And thank you, Cork Pizza. Thanks, Sam. And I had so many dreams for the future for the first time. Because I've been depressed for so long. And now I'm finally,
Ah, she's got it, isn't she?
starting to be happy again.
Is she German? That eyeliner makeup looks German.
I
All
mean,
this work down the drain.
no, okay, so I see that. I see people saying that. It's not work down the drain, bro. You have to understand. The 40,000 followers on Mixer don't really, like, okay, like, oh my God, we're going to lose that. Who, like, whatever. Okay, it's not work down the drain because we were able to take the core community, reform, and then, you know, with the tools that Mixer provided to me and to us, and we were able to become a lot closer and a lot more, you know, nicer, reformed. So that's the thing, right? If I stayed on YouTube and never went on Mixer, I would have had a harder time changing the vibe of everything, right? It would have been really rough. But, you know, Mixer made that easy. So it's not a waste of time. We actually gained a lot from this. It's unfortunate that if they're shutting down. But I mean, we definitely gained that we built a healthier community through this to be able to without it being hard. Obviously, now the only thing I did lose financially a lot on Mixer, but it's fine because making a healthy community is more important for the long term of my
Ice Poseidon's got a great voice, hasn't he?
Success and blah blah blah, whatever the fuck.
Ice Poseidon was on Mixer. I just saw a tweet earlier this morning that he got banned from Twitch, and someone said DLive. I mean, at that point, it's either back to YouTube, isn't it, or DLive?
Whatever. And I mean, it's crazy, dude. Bro, the way they should have waited a week before they shut the site down. They literally had this drama yesterday where people think there's racist shit going on, or
Twitch is on a banning spree right now.
Drama within Mixer, and then next day they shut down. They should have waited at least a few days. Like, it looks scuffed as fuck, bro. It's so scuffed. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I mean, I guess they don't care because they're shutting down, but still, it's like it just looks so scuffed.
Here's the thing. I was really hoping that Mixer was going to really pull it through in the clutch. I was really hoping that they were going to do something and I was going to be like, oh, damn, Mixer, okay, I see you, bro. I was really hoping that they was going to give, Twitch a run for their monies. I was really hoping some shit like that. I was super hopeful. I'm going to be honest with you, but to be honest, they kind of dropped the ball, especially with the shit that went down when they fired that employee or let him go, or I don't even know exactly what happened, but
he quit, didn't he?
The fact that Mixer teamed up with
the one you're talking about, Chad?
What, bro? Nobody want to go to Facebook Gaming, bro.
I'll turn my heat on here, folks.
Appreciate everybody that has sent.
I'll turn my heat on.
Everybody that has went ahead and followed your boy on Twitch. I appreciate that, man. This lighting is just making me look like I have bags. Let me just.
Getting really cold back here.
That's a little better. Oh, perfect. Because I want to look 25, not 45. You know what I'm saying?
I like these standing up streamers.
I stayed loyal. I stayed down with the cause, bro. I was so down with the cause, and I was here. I was on Mixer. First 2 months I was on here streaming every day, going hours and hours and hours. Now I'm going to put in about maybe 30 minutes to an hour here, and then boom, I'm going over to motherfucking Twitch because this is my last stream on Mixer. This is it. I don't even know if I'm going to get my check am I going to get my check? I get that from Microsoft. I mean, I know Ninja got about a 30 mil check, but can I get my little, I probably got about 100 piece coming in, maybe. Shit, maybe $80, you know what I'm saying? Bro, but who wants to go to Facebook for that?
Turn the words into money's gonna take the bit, thinking stain, sucker free is gonna keep me out of prison. Left home a long time ago.
This is Ninja. I love my community and what we built together on Mixer. I have some decisions to make, and I'll be thinking about you all as I make them. Okay.
Fast forward, present wasn't all irrelevant, because I'm yet to see it down from the money that I spent. Dark clouds hanging over me.
Okay, so there's another tweet covered up, unfortunately, by the YouTube. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, so what we see there, some very emotional responses, and like I said before, obviously so, right? Obviously this is an emotional thing. Let's take a pause here and have a look what DLive offered to these streamers. Let's go across to the DLive Twitter here. So, a couple of different, okay, so this one here, this tweet here went out on the 25th of June, sorry. Start your streaming career on DLive. Dear Mixer partners, so this is directly, is that too small for you? I'll make that a little larger. This is directly aimed at those partners on Mixer that we just saw content from. We're so happy some of you have chosen to join the DLive family. Oh shit, why did I click that? That's better. DLive is proud to offer all existing Mixer partners the opportunity to fast track to the DLive Verified Partner Program. Read more, so this is just where you read about it. Now, without reading it, because I've read it already, I can explain it quickly. Basically, if you've come from Mixer and you were a partner on Mixer, you can become a partner on DLive. So you can skip the first 200 followers and becoming an affiliate, and you can skip that and you can go straight forward to 1,000 followers and become a verified partner. So theoretically, you could come across from Mixer and bring nobody, but as long as you are a partner on Mixer, you can get straight to verified on DLive. Now that would mean you would have the white check mark, and you would have possibly 2 followers. Now, with this announcement came a lot of backlash. My initial reaction from that was, that's shit, because that's not fair to those who have grinded and strived and worked, like dedicated, worked hard to achieve partnership, such as myself and many others. In fact, those partners, or those affiliated, that's not even a partnership, that's an affiliation. Those affiliated streamers that were striving for partnership have now been jump frogged by people that put. So let me break it out for you. And there's 2 sides to this coin. These people that are affiliated, they've put all of their time, resources, and investments into DLive to get to VP, verified partner, and then potentially global partner. So they've done all of this to get there, and they're in between here and here. Now, conversely, a lot of crew that were in this stage from 0 to 200, not even affiliated, went out flaming DLive and screaming about how shit DLive was. And when the Lino failed and it went to the BTT, there was a lot of people left and said, fuck this, we're going to Mixer, this place is bullshit. So they all split, right? And they've done what these streamers here are doing to get to VP. They've done that on Mixer. So they put all their time and effort into Mixer. They didn't believe in DLive. Turns out Mixer went belly up. They've now come back to DLive, and DLive has said, you automatically go from under here to above here to VP, jumping over the crew that are trying to do that, the right thing. I can certainly see how the crew that are affiliated, between affiliated and VP, they're pissed off. I can completely see that. I completely understand that. The other side of the coin, obviously, is that this is an opportunity for DLive to bring in streamers from outside that have a community, right? We've seen how this works when Mafugal came over and brings 20,000 people to streams. I know what happens. I've been hosted by Mafugal a bunch of times, right? And 600 people watching my stream because one person has a huge community and he came across to DLive. So DLive is incentivizing anybody to come. Should they be VP? I don't think so. Should they receive some kind of benefit? Absolutely. It should not be the same as what everybody that starts at the bottom works towards achieving. It should not be. It should be something different. It should be known that they came from somewhere else. They piggybacked on with a little incentivization and they achieved something. And it shouldn't be permanent. It should be a trial, right? Because let's not forget, so many of these streamers flamed DLive and gave it the finger and left, slammed the door, made videos about it, scathing videos, like derailing this platform, like telling everybody to avoid it. You know, don't go to DLive, it's crypto-based, it's bullshit, they're going to rip you off, Justin Sun's a madman, blah, 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 blah. So much of that shit went down. And now they're coming back. It's very, very gracious of DLive to say, welcome back, and give you a handshake. I don't think that should be permanent. I think that should be a period of time where then they've got to prove themselves. So we make you feel welcome. We bring you in. We say, hey, come down, sit at my chair. We're a big community here on DLive. It's awesome. You know, come and join us. But this is temporary until we see that you have what it takes to be a VP on DLive. Because instant verification as a partner, wow. What if they're fuckheads? What if they're trolls? What if they're dicks? What if they still hate DLive? Right? And they start earning off DLive. And that's because we welcome them in. It should be a trial. It shouldn't be called verified partner. It should be something, I'm not sure what it could be called, but it should be something very clearly definable and very clearly recognizable. And to that degree, this is going to sound crazy, but to that degree, and get this, put me on record here, every single affiliated partner on DLive should automatically be bumped to verified. That's right. If you're going to bring in outside verified partners from another platform and immediately give them VP, you should instantly give every single affiliate VP, regardless of their stream size, regardless of their following. They should also get it. Now, you're going to say, you're crazy, dude. You know how many affiliates are on DLive that don't give a shit about VP? Dota Healer being one example. They said, why should we be forced to achieve verified? Incentivizing, their argument on Twitter was, you're incentivizing the part. This is when the partner staking came out. You get an extra 5% by being a partner and staking, only if you're verified, not affiliated. And Dota Healer said, well, then why should you be forcing us to achieve verified? So that tells me they don't want to move up. But that's my thing. If you're going to bring in outside verified partners, because it's not a verified partnership, it's a partnership on a separate platform. So you've proven to that platform with their rules and their thing. You've gone through their system, not our system, not DLive, their thing. And you're going to bring them in and say, that works for us, verified. Then you should also bring up every single verified, every single affiliated partner, every single affiliated streamer, and make them partner on DLive. No doubt about it. And it should be time dated. It should be time stamped. You've got now till the 23rd or 22nd of July to do that if you're a Mixer partner. So therefore, every single affiliate on the platform between the 22nd of June and the 21st of July 2020, you've also got the opportunity to apply with your reasoning, and we will approve you. That needs to be done. That needs to be done because that shows that DLive is looking out for not just the growth of the platform, but the community and the growth of those internal. And I've said this 100 times. DLive should be looking to grow from inside as well, more so than outside, right? We saw what happened when we brought PewDiePie on for X amount of dollars, right? Nothing. He brought a bunch of people in. They all left, right? Nothing happened. That's what I think. Now, I've missed a few feelings here. A few feelings. Well, these are your feelings. I've missed a few feelings in the chit chat. David Pretty Bread. I'm feeling for the young people. Opens new opportunities. A lot to learn from it as well. This is very true. This is very true. Chaz says, I kind of get it, but I feel like this is kind of rude to established DLive partners. I'm a partner. I'm a verified partner. I've worked extremely hard. I've worked extremely long hours. I've done everything possible to achieve my partnership. I've put the hours in. I've invested all the money I've earned. I've invested back in. I've staked all my Lino. I've staked all my BTT. I've invested in DLive, and I've achieved verified. To see someone come from the outside and just jump straight into that, I look at it and go, well, I could have gone to Mixer then. So I could have gone over to Mixer. See, I look at it two ways. I say, wow, DLive is very, very generous at that point. DLive is being overly generous. Maybe I should have left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't because I believed in Lino to the moon. That's why I'm a blockchain founding member. I believed in it. They didn't. And now we're all the same. It's like everybody gets a prize day, right? Tim, I agree, Chad. Yeah, I agree, yeah. Pudby, it's the best move from DLive. It's one move. It's the move shouldn't be completed yet, right? It's like a chess game. You've established that you've done that, but you only did that because you wanted to do this, and this around it. If you just do that, I don't think that's enough. That's what I think. Chad, the Mixer partners they want are the ones that'll bring their hundreds of viewers along anyway. I mean, sure, that's the reasoning behind it, to bring the viewers as well, of course. And look, don't get me wrong, that benefits me, right? I earn a partner reward as a staker. I stake my BTT. The more donations on the platform, the more people on the platform, the more I benefit. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that I'm not going to earn from it. I'm going to earn from that, right? I'm going to earn from this move. But if we're talking about growing the community, that move, not necessarily growing the community we want to grow, you need to focus on internal and those affiliates, right? Pudby says, life isn't fair and you should benefit from a bigger community. Yeah, there you go. Tim says the established DLive partners who did the hard yards should be given some form of formal recognition or level statuses as DLive partners. This is true. Trial partnership is a great idea. Glad you agree. I disagree, Perdbeer. Okay. Why is that, Perd? DLive desperately needed an injection into the community and it was a perfect fit. DLive had to go after that hard. Yeah. DLive then will piss off the DLivers on a higher status. Yeah. TKK 9090. It's sad to see these streamers new to the game on DLive that work their butts off 6 or 7 days a week just get stepped over. That's how I feel. Shadsky, I think were I a mixer partner feeling the burn, something I'd be looking for in my new home would be respect for partners. I don't know if this offer sends that. Yes, right? Think about that. These streamers are people, right? They obviously have feelings. We've seen the emotion on those videos. So they have an emotional response to something. How, when they put them, and like I said, I put myself in those girls, in that first video, I put myself in her shoes. So you got to put yourself in the shoes of the affiliates on DLive that are getting stepped over. And that's exactly what your comment reads to me. The message that sends is not the greatest message. Let's have a look at the responses to this tweet though. Mr. B says, how is this fair to the others that came from other platforms and had earned their VP status? And to those of us that started from scratch and are working our way towards VP, these people can come here and just get a VP without meeting the requirements. I mean, yeah, there was pretty strict requirements to become a VP. There was a CCU element for quite a while, which I was striving for, and they removed that. So I get that, Mr. B. Basilic doesn't agree, says that's the same argument people used about war refugees. Now, I don't know if you can compare this to the same level of talking about refugees seeking refuge in another country. I don't know if you can actually tie those two together. That's a bit of a stretch, Basilics. Kate and Cookie, DLive is the place to be. Count me in. Salty white folks, DLive incent. I'm not a mixer partner, but I did join DLive recently, and I do enjoy the small community. I do wish there was some kind of tag feature or ability. Okay, so that's a separate note. So that's one tweet from DLive. Let's go back and have another look at a different one here. There's one here. So this is the one with the dead link. So this is the welcome letter, right? This is the welcome letter that DLive have, which I'm going to check it here on the stream because I want to see myself. You scroll down to this section here, where there's a learn about engagement bonus here. Still dead. That's been dead for now 5 days. So DLive, I posted about it. Nobody answered. Now this is DLive's welcome. We'll just watch a little bit of this. Hang on. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I was gonna play that, and then I had a second thought about it, and I thought, let's not play that, because what that video is DLive partners saying how rad the platform is. Now, I'm not on that video. I've been too busy with some other things, some personal, not so stream related, but also stream related stuff. I wasn't able to get a video in, and this, in a way, this is my video, enticing people to come across to DLive. Now, I'm on YouTube doing this right now because YouTube is permanent. This video, or the video on demand, will remain. But I've done this on DLive, where I've done a bunch of streams talking about, and I made a daily vlog on YouTube about it as well, why you should come across to DLive. In this kind of strange time that we're in, the clear message is things can change rapidly, right? Things can alter. So as of the 27th of June, if you're an affiliate, you've just been leapfrogged by a bunch of strangers. Now, that's not always going to be the case. Who knows that in a week from now, there might be an announcement from DLive saying, we listened to you guys. We know you weren't happy. All you affiliates are now bumped up to VP. Or, we don't know. What I'm saying is, though, things change rapidly on this platform. DLive is constantly undergoing change, growth, manipulation, differences. Now is the greatest time to start a stream. Regardless irregardless of where you've come from, right? I know that's not a word. Even if you haven't come from Mixer or Twitch or YouTube, whatever, come to DLive, start your thing, get it going, get it together, let it morph itself, because things are changing and you want to be involved in that. You don't want to miss out. I've always regarded the golden era of DLive as being long time ago. I've been there a year and 4 months now. I think the golden era was the first 4 months, right? Even a little bit before I came on there. But that's all changed. All the stuff's changed. But now I urge you to start something knowing that change is coming. Whatever the change, we don't know what the change is, but something's changing, right? That war refugees comparison is incredibly bad taste. Totally, yeah. DLive are very sloppy behind the scenes. How do you know that, Perd Beer? Are you behind the scenes? Aero Gamer, cheers, Bannon. Interesting stream today. Stay safe. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, man. That's my advice. And we're wrapping up the stream here. We're coming to the end, but that's what I want to say. If you are thinking about streaming, my advice is start something on DLive. Whether it be once a week, twice a week, whether it be daily, just start it. But be aware that anything could change, and it may change in your favor. It may change adverse to you, but things will change. We've seen that, right? We've seen change happening repeatedly. So it will change again. And if you miss out from the beginning, right now there's a huge influx, right? There's people coming over. People still going to slam it, right? You're still going to see videos online about how DLive's a scam. It's still going to happen. Things are changing. You want to be involved or you don't. Either you do or either you don't. I do. I want to be. I am. It killed me I couldn't stream yesterday, right? Now, things are changing. I've just started setting up OBS and Tidy Labs and we'll probably start streaming next week. There you go, TKK. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And man, if I can help you in any way with OBS and whatnot, I mean, I'm on a Mac. I don't know if you're on a Mac or PC, but hey, folks, I can hear my outro music rolling. This has been a hot debated topic, and I'm sure it's going to continue to be so. Thank you for your contributions in the chat. Thank you to the super chats. See you all on DLive later on today.
Oh, that's we're out of time.